What's up, guys? Playmaker here, back with another anime episode review. Before I actually start, I just thought I would note I'm going to be just doing this a bit differently. I don't know if I'll stick with it for too long. So if you guys have been keeping up, I've mainly just talked, basically recapped events when it's like, if you're watching this, just watch the anime instead at that point. So this time just thought I would just say like what I liked. I'll obviously talk about some things that happened, of course, but it's kind of more my thoughts, like what I've enjoyed and such and like that. Let's just hop into it. Episode 6, After Rain. I personally enjoyed it. We got, it's just the first 6 episodes so far, just, honestly, been enjoyable. You got like decent amount of action, some advance, the plot advancing. Uh, not really like too much to like really pick at. Before I continue, last episode I forgot to mention. Forgot who it was. No, I think it was one of the curses, or at least the guy, the long black haired guy. Which I think we got his name. It was Ghetto. Yeah, Ghetto. That's his name. He talked about how, or it was him, or at least one of the people in the curse group. So he talked about how that Itadori was previously dead in the last episode, but then, however, when we get to the start of the episode, we see what seems to be like Itadori and Sukuna meeting up inside the corpse, which is actually Sukuna's innate domain. I believe that's what it's called. Yeah. So what we've learned is, as long as Sukuna doesn't get impacted himself, I think it's tough to kill Itadori then. It's a bit confusing, but hopefully we'll get more on it. Just thought I would explain that. I forgot to mention this last episode review for this anime, but anything else I need to mention? So we see those two just fight and argue. So it's like, I know there's I know there's like other protagonists who've teamed up with like, I wouldn't say evil, but just like various spirits, such as Naruto and the Nine-Tailed Fox, and aside him, uh, the devil thing from Black Clover with Asta. If you guys know what I'm talking about. It seems to be like, from what little I've seen from those two in Jujutsu Kaisen, Sukuna and Itadori just like that, like further apart. Well, I'm curious if those two will get along eventually. Probably not this season, but like I would assume later on, just because this actually goes on to something that we see later on in the episode. For some reason, I just think it's kind of implied why. So Sukuna actually, who's technically reincarnated, he actually wants to stay alive because he wants to see what Fushiguro becomes. Because last episode we did see him talk about why Fushiguro ran away from the special grade curse. So it's implying not only could Fushiguro have actually stood his own, he could have actually beaten it. Which considering this is a guy who is considered the king of curses and has defeated many, many Jujutsu sorcerer, definitely not something to take lightly. I'm trying to, but no, I am definitely looking forward to see like where this goes. We know compared to Itadori, who just has like a lot of raw power, Fushiguro has more. I don't know what it is, like cursed energy, just more like talent, if that's how you will. Get back to the part. We do see that eventually Sukuna and Itadori then kind of have like a bit of a fight, sort of. It ends up actually with Itadori being revived. However, well, to get there, a pact was made between the two. It was, I had to just checking up again. I just know there was like quite a bit going on. So there was three things that Sukuna made. It was a pact on himself, and if he were to break it, he would get. I don't know. I forgot what would happen, but I know it's obviously like he would get punished. I don't know if it's like he would disappear or something. So there was a pact where Sukuna would then take control of his body for 1 minute when he says extension, and this as a compromise because last time he took over, he ended up killing Itadori and threatening his I would say friends at this point. But anyways, and there was also one more thing, which I mean, I should probably disclose I may or may not have seen like more episodes, but honestly, I don't really remember them too well at the moment. It was as I know, it's just a really fast paced anime, so definitely seeing it more than twice or three times is helpful here. So this one will does come up later. He did say Itadori will forget the pact being made. I'm not too sure why. I'm assuming it's just so Sukuna can just do more of what he wants. He does has less control, or no, I mean like Itadori would have then less control over Sukuna. We'll see like how this turns out later on, but anyways, like just basically Itadori comes back to life. We also see Gojo talking to trying to see. I forgot it was the woman's name. I think she was like a mortician checking the corpse. Gojo says to keep Itadori's revival a secret just because he wants to help him get stronger. Before that, however, Gojo talks about how being a teacher isn't his style. Which, I mean, if you've seen him, I mean, that's definitely accurate. He just kind of leaves things to everyone else. I mean, it would be cool to have him as a teacher. I don't know if I would say he's a good one, but I mean, but it would be a fun time. Gojo's honestly like probably one of the better side characters we've gotten in recent history of like any anime at the moment. Anyways, we do see Gojo just talking about like why he was at Jujutsu Tech, just saying he has a dream where it's like he wants to kind of reset the Jujutsu world because he doesn't really or he doesn't think I don't know, he said fooled, well I guess just basically he doesn't think the people at the top are doing a good job. Like so it's like we're kind of getting, I would say, we don't really know how things will play out because as of right now in the manga, I know it's about halfway through. I haven't seen the manga. I just know from what little I know, people have just said the anime onlys are not prepared for the second season or the third season. It's basically something called the Shibuya arc. I think the fact that they're hyping it up is like I would say excited but also worried, but we'll get there when we get there. So anyway, yeah, so anyways, back to why Gojo is teaching. He just wants to teach them so he can have strong and clever comrades because so just to get an idea of Gojo's power level, we've seen like him like literally stand his ground against Sukuna at 5%, which is, I mean, King of Curses, but also 5%. But anyways, I mean, he's held his ground. I mean, he says he could easily take him out if he wanted to, but if he did that, no one would side with him just because, I mean, it kind of seems a bit random. There isn't, like, the students don't know a lot. And he actually even gives off something interesting. Gojo says that there are only two people he knows right now that are, or could at least be on par with him and maybe even surpass him. Two people. Third year Hakari and second year Okotsu. He said he considers along the most talented, and he says also Itadori could surpass him one day, and this was said before he came back to life. Seeing what else here. I just know there was like quite a bit going on. Again, it's a really fast-paced anime. So we just got kind of a training session. I mean, I don't really think there's really too much to cover. We did see Fushiguro like hand over like something to. It's like one of the. If you remember in episode 4 or 5, back at the juvenile detention center, there was a son. Fushiguro just gave off a tag. Well, he didn't intend to give a proper death. He wanted to at least do something because that's what Itadori would have wanted. So it's like, he clearly values Itadori, in his passing. Uh, However, seeing if there's anything else here. We do see actually the curse is back again. Oh, before I go more, we got a kind of a really gruesome scene. Well, an entire restaurant, well, not the restaurant itself, the customers, they were all like, they all just had spontaneous human combustion. I don't think anyone survived. No, there was one waiter that survived, but like he literally just quit like right before going. Everyone else just imploded. Uh, so I mean, I'll admit, not exactly for everyone, but I mean, you're definitely getting like some notable moments. I would say actually, no, I still would recommend it, but I would say like once you get through the first 6, 7 episodes, around if you can get like I'd say at least a decent handful. I was like, okay, I think you're probably good to get through the rest of the series. I'll admit it's not exactly for the faint of hearts. If this is the appetizer, I can't imagine how the later arcs would go. But okay, anyways, going off topic here. And we do see we see Geto, who's like the long-haired guy. We got a name. So back when he's talking about how the curses can then become the more superior race, he says it's actually better to seal Gojo, or at least like make sure he can't fight, than attempting to kill him, since the curses would die doing it. Diogo, who's like the volcano guy, he talks about how he wants the prison realm to defeat and kill Gojo. And also just I should probably note in the preview, just because like this will tie in. So next fight, we're definitely getting Gojo versus Diogo. We'll definitely see like how that goes. We Geto Diogo, according to Geto, he says he is around 8 to 9 fingers strong of Sukuna. So to say like if Sukuna was a power scale, he wouldn't even match up to half. He's just only like 40 to 45. So we'll definitely see how strong Gojo truly is. I remember seeing the fight. I don't remember too much. I just know actually I won't spoil later. That's for the next episode. Anything else to note? We just see Gojo like more training, like both on Fushiguro, Kugisaki, and the rest of Jujutsu Tech. We do see Gojo's like training Itadori separately, because he wants him to have like the bare minimum of Jujutsu knowledge, so he can hold his own. Just so he can at least stand his own in the sister school exchange events. There's probably more. But again, just at least giving you the bits at least. Oh, I should also note we did get don't know if this was intended or not. I don't know if this was in the manga. I should have probably checked. But we got quite. I feel like they were just listing a lot of popular shonen anime. Just many shonen anime references. We say Itadori, after learning he can't do or he can't perform curse techniques because he's not talented enough. Just the series distraught. He just basically gets worse animation, if that makes sense. So we see him talk about thunder, fire, power bomb, obviously Dragon Ball. No, no, wait. No, no, not that's not Dragon Ball. That's a Spirit Bomb. My bad. Other stuff to note. I'll admit, I wish I knew more of these, but again, this is like all that was mentioned here. We got Spirit Gun, a Bankai. I'm going to butcher a lot of these. Rasengan, Doranwei, and I mean, obviously, I would assume the one people are most familiar with, Kamehameha. Just obviously Itadori just, distraught saying he can't do all these moves. But however, Gojo, he says that Itadori just can't use it yet because he'll eventually. I don't know how this will work, but he says he will actually learn how to use Sukuna's techniques, which cause like we have. I don't trying to remember if he did any specific. The only ones I remember was him regenerating. But I mean, King of Curses. I mean, you would have to have like do a lot of stuff and be that powerful to stone a name like that. Oh wait, oh, it's also, I should also know. So apparently there's also a Yu-Gi-Oh reference. I would like to shout out Dylan from Yu-Gi-Oh Everything pointing this out. So when Gojo was holding like movies, there was a poster referencing a Yu-Gi-Oh movie, Bonds Beyond Time, if you guys know it. You can see it on like the on his left hand middle DVD. Just thought I would point that out too. You can see that there it's a reference to a movie poster for Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know for sure, but like I mean it's definitely compelling. I mean I don't know if I would say that's a direct reference. I know like the attack moves Itadori mentioned are definitely like stuff we've heard before. Maybe, no, no, okay, we're not going there. We're not going there. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it. You guys can just drop what you will about it. But I mean, we're not going down that rabbit hole today, at least. So, as a way for Itadori to like learn how to use curse energy, he has definitely, very, you get like people just, working out or like going through like an arduous journey through like a forest. Guess what Itadori does for his training? Watching movies. What? This anime, oh man. Just, obviously, we're definitely in the 2020, the year of 2020, 2021. Just, yeah, what a time we live in when, all you have to do to get better is, just, lie back and watch, stuff like, like, cinema masterpieces to, like, stuff you'd find in, like, a discount bin. That's how you get stronger, just watching movies. But I should also, but I mean, there is something else, though. There is he has to also do it, like, he has to put his cursed energy into a doll that the principal made, just as kind of a way to, like, control his cursed energy. He can't put too much or too little. But I mean, other than that, it's just just so lax. It's just, just, mm. Seeing if there's anything else. So yeah, I just mentioned Fushiguro possibly being able to fight special grades. Oh, and for the Juju stroll, I mean, I don't know if I'll mention it, but like, I should probably put like a time frame or something. But and in the future, but I'll just say for maybe for this video, it's just Gojo like training Isidore, just just something funny. Oh, and okay, one more thing I should also know, just because I feel like I've covered everything. Just so so before the preview or before the episode ends, Gojo asks Itadori if he made any deals or pacts with Sukuna. So and Itadori says Sukuna might have brought up something, but he can't remember. So I mean, Gojo is very Gojo, definitely. But I mean, I can't imagine he's dumb. Like, he has to be, like, suspicious. He has to think, like, Sukuna might be up to something. But anyways, next up is Gojo versus Jogo next episode. Definitely, again, if you're able to handle the anime, I would definitely recommend it. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. It's gonna probably gonna be right. I'm writing more reviews for these. Again, just I guess it's better to close it. Sorry, just again. Still like figuring everything out. Just if anyone who sees this, just let me know down below if you like this being presented better than like I've done it before. Just a bit more just my thoughts. I mean, seeing like how much I can recap. But yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys are staying safe during this time, and hope you guys have an amazing day. Peace. Or, yeah, well, bye. Okay, it sounds better. See you guys.